What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to Extreme Nerd Table, where we talk about everything pop culture, everything comics, and everything in between. I got our extinguished guest, Anthony Sica, who his Venderellas came out to actually got launched today, and then
Nerds.
we got Daryl.
You caught me drinking some high quality H2O. What is going on, fellas?
Not much, not much. If you guys haven't backed Venerella yet, it's only two backers away from $1,000. So, I mean, what you guys waiting on? You know. So
I'll share
what-
a screen. I'll share
Okay.
a screen later when you guys are saying like, "Hey, what do you got going on this week?" We'll do
Yeah,
that
okay. Let's do it like this. You're the extinguished guest today.
later. I'm extinguished.
Oh,
Distinguished.
distinguished. My bad.
You are distinguished.
Yeah, I'm extinguished.
I'm on such fire today. I need to be extinguished. We getting joined by Randall?
Yeah, 9:15.
Oh, he's special.
Yeah, he's special.
Wow, vegetably late Randy.
Pick up anything? Oh, I saw Daryl playing frisbee or disc golf, right? Or is it frisbee golf? Oh yeah, it's disc golf.
Yeah. If you saw some of those videos, you saw some good shots, and then you saw me hit a tree that was literally less than 5 feet away from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was mimicking just now.
Yeah, I mean, that one to me, it was just like, well, my thing was you have to go right of the one tree or left of the one tree, and then you have to make it turn to the right. And I let it go out a smidge too far, and someone planted a gigantic tree there. It can happen to anybody.
That tree snuck up on you.
Yeah, I tell you, it wasn't there last time I played.
That was pre-pandemic. It was a little tree.
Yeah, I'll be posting more disc golf videos, more sports cars, more comics, more a little of everything.
No, that's cool. You guys pick up anything this week?
I did. What about you?
I did. I picked up a. You didn't.
No,
I
You
did.
or me, Jeff? Pick one.
All right. Oh, well, I got the two majors pickups I'll show.
Okay.
I didn't pick. The two
Heads,
major
tails.
ones.
So,
I got it.
all right. Well, I was gonna flip it this.
Oh, look at that.
Captain Marvel Jr. 1948, April 1948.
Is sweet.
That's nice.
5 point. It's a 5.5, but I'm gonna probably get it pressed and cleaned and graded because it's in really good shape. It's I think it's a lot higher than a 5, but
No, that's 1945.
1948.
48.
Man.
Wow.
If you guys want to see the page from some pages inside, I posted it on Instagram. Some pages and yep. So if you want to see,
So who published that? DC wasn't on the label, was it? Somebody else?
It wasn't. It was somebody else. It wasn't DC. I forgot who. Yeah,
nice
it's in the picture. It's the first page is in the picture. I just can't remember exactly.
Now look at that, guys. Like the Marvel costumes really haven't changed at all.
Nope. And this is a volume 10. Imagine what volume 1. This was volume 10 in 1948.
Wow.
So imagine when volume 1 came out. So it was way before that, in the 30s. So
it's nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and then I picked up this from Xenoscope. Charged me an arm and a leg for shipping, and they shipped it the same way any other shop would ship it.
Which character is that?
It's supposed to be Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China, but it's a female version, so we're calling her Jackie Burton.
Well, what they always do is they use one of their regular characters from their books.
Yeah,
and they do them like that. And I know it's not Robin Hood.
It looks like Robin Hood, though. It looks like her, though. It looks like that character.
Does she have that thing on her eye?
Nope.
There's not Robin Hood.
Oh, okay. Then it's Red Riding Hood. It's probably Red.
Maybe it's Goldilocks.
Yeah.
I don't think
Pippi Longstocking.
It's not Cinderella. That's pretty sweet. I really like that. What is it, like 350 made?
$250.
You know what?
250.
You know what she says when someone says, "Hey, Little Red Riding Hood, did you pay your bills?" He said, "Yes, sir. The check is in the mail."
On the old Pork Chop Express.
Yeah.
It's actually not called the Pork Chop Express on here. It's called the Xenoscope Express.
There you go.
What a fraud. Wait,
Yeah,
but
but
the truck doesn't have the girls laying down like they always do. Oh, it's got the Zenoscope logo on the front of the truck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are the two major pickups, and then I got my normal pickups. I still haven't. That's how tired I've been from work. I still haven't took it out of the out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Pick this up.
Heathens.
Don't know nothing about it. I haven't got a chance to really read it yet.
It looks like the girl that was from Four Non-Blondes on the front.
And then we.
That's nice.
Yeah. Then we. And then this one is a little awkward. I think it's from the last volume. It starts off a little funny.
How's the artwork inside?
Actually, decent.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
It's
bearable.
You haven't even pulled them out of that box. You already know what the inside looks like.
As Tone Logue said, I hope that's not a Tone Logue situation, because Sheena has an Oscar Mayer wiener in that song.
That funky gold Medina.
And then I picked up a Vampy Burst issue 2.
Nice.
And then I got the Adam Hughes variant for Gun Honey.
Wow.
Finally.
As that, look at that wet hair covering that area there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her shoulders.
Yeah.
And then I picked
she had 2 pairs of shoulders.
Yeah.
From Scout Comics, their Black Caravan.
Fantastica Crimes Unit. Nice.
Yep.
Scout Comics does some good stuff.
Yeah. And then picked this up, Silver Coin.
Silver Coin. Look at that.
You paid a pretty penny for that?
Look at that. Look at that upside down cross in the middle of that O.
Yep, Silver Coin. I picked up Magic Order.
Video games.
Is that a new Magic Order?
Magic Order. Yep. Magic Order Volume 2.
Wow.
Issue 1. Yep. And then I picked up Frontiersman. Issue 2. I liked issue 1, so I picked up issue 2.
That name is totally misleading to the cover.
Yeah.
I'm thinking cowboys on horses. But they're apparently going after the final frontier. I don't know if I feel safe with that being called the Frontiersmen. Shouldn't have been like Frontiers persons.
Yeah.
Image. Maybe that's why those people are, forming a union. All 9.
Oh yeah.
All 9 of them at Image.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
totally,
that's what we're gonna
totally
talk about.
non-creative people, just people that work in the office.
Yeah.
And their union is a good idea, I guess, if there was only 9 of them.
Right.
And their whole union, they also want to make sure that they review all the storylines and plots of all the creators. And if they don't deem that it's responsible, the artwork that totally other people are making, then they feel that they should judge on whether it should be published.
No,
that sounds so much what like Image Comics was built on.
Yeah. That's just ridiculous.
Hey, fire those 9 people and don't worry about
it. I'm available to work there. I can criticize people. I'm good at it.
Yeah, but that's what they don't. That's what some of the writers and artists are talking. I think they're talking about it too.
One person there, and that's it. The rest of them are fine. Just the one person.
You mean McFarlane?
Farland.
He right. He has my Geordie's share of the good company anyway. All right.
What was that? Catwoman? Excuse me. Is that cat person?
Mhm.
Is that cat person?
No, it's
All
Spawn
right.
Man.
Spawn
All right,
person.
and what did you pick up this week?
I picked up some cool stuff. I got first of all, I had another coffee meeting with my friend Tim Tyler,
Name drop.
Very cool.
who did the variant cover D for my new campaign, Venerella #1, which is live on Indiegogo right now. This gentleman's name is Tim Tyler. This was a very cool thing that he put out in the mid 2000s called Engine. And what Engine is he made it like a manga. He didn't make it backwards, but he published the book with a perfect binding to resemble a manga book. And it's super thick. It's over 100 pages. But again, he did all this artwork in the mid 2000s and actually
Very cool.
2010, 2012. I'm thinking mid 2000s between 2000 and now. But around 2010, he published a book called Engine, Black and White Inside, Outlaw Indie Comics. Tim Tyler. You can go find his stuff on patreon.com, Rat House Comics. While I was out this weekend at my local flea market, a particular store called Tidal Wave Comics in the Daytona Flea Market, they have all kinds of great stuff. They have lots and lots of boxes of dollar bins. I paid a couple of dollars for these, though. This is something that I didn't know existed. 1969, a book called Angel and the Ape.
Very cool.
Look at how the monkey, the ape, the detective.
I was just looking at that.
Look at how Detective Simeon is ahoy, mates and mermaids. Look at how Detective Simeon is looking on up Angel O'Day's skirt.
She must be hiding something up there.
And apparently, Angel works at Image Comics, and she's asking her employees, "When did you first feel that you were threatened, sir?" Anyway, this is Angel and the Ape issue #3 from 1969. And then I'm a little late on the Halloween, but here's a nice Halloween themed Angel and the Ape, meet Angel and the Ape. They added the meat to it, no pun intended. This is issue #6. And again, it's a detective agency. Angel O'Day and Detective Simeon, Angel and the Ape. And Wally Wood was the inker on both those issues and did most of them. He's looking for a banana. Sometime tonight, I'm going to bring up Jack Kirby and the Eternals movie, but here's a nice kind of conclusion or keeping going that whole Eternals New Gods thing. Captain Victory and the Intergalactic Rangers. This is issue #2. I actually picked up issue #1 a few weeks ago and still in the original plastic it came in or whatever. PC Comics. This is, I think, 1986. No, I'm sorry, 1982. Jack Kirby doing work for PC Comics, indie label. And by the way, a backup first appearance of Ms. Mystic by Neil Adams in the back of this book.
Nice.
This is a really weird book. I'm showing some indie stuff. 1993, Flare. Suggested for mature readers with some tiger thing, and the snake is very suggestive cover. Black and white, like I dig. A lot of girls fighting on docks. Looks like I drew it. That's why, but that's beside the point. I think there's a panel on the bottom of this page actually in my comic. Anyway, it's called Flare. Flare, suggested for mature readers from Heroic Comics. Lots of booty going on in this for mature readers. Now, I got this book. This is interesting. 1986. The cover looks like they just did it at Recess. Sea Dragon. I like the handwritten headlines and on the front.
Very nice.
But it's actually not a bad book. The
Oh, that's
inside is actually pretty decent, for late mid 80s stuff. Look at the 8-pack on that sea guy. Anyway, what's funny is this sea dragon. There's scenes of it in here where he's in a tank with talking to people, and it looks just like that lady in the water, that lady who was banging that sea monster, who looked like the same sea monster, who looked like the Hellboy sea monster, just in a different movie. Abe Sapien.
I mean, that looked like a really cool book to me. I don't know. I mean, I would just from the cover alone, I would have been.
No, it's excellent. It looks great. I was just making fun of the whole that like no rulers or it's just totally done by hand.
I'm digging that.
And again, look at the back. Don't zoom me out yet. I got more.
Okay.
I got more.
Don't.
I know. Oh no, because you were freezing a little. I wanted to see you. Now it's a good. Now you're good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you didn't freeze on my side.
Yeah, must have been.
Yeah. What must have been my side?
You got Ms. Marvel #5 with the Vision on the cover.
Nice.
Again, picked all these up at my Daytona flea market, which store is called Tidal Wave Comics. So if anybody's watching this in the Daytona or Florida area, Central Florida, go check out Tidal Wave Comics. They're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Daytona Flea Market. Got a copy of New Gods #10.
Nice.
That's more cool. Jack Kirby-ness. There's a crease on the front cover, but the inside's really, really nice, pristine.
Oh, that's nice.
And again, really good shape, except for a crease across the cover.
Yeah, that'll press right out.
1972. New Gods. I don't care. I don't even have bags and boards on them yet. And then
well, you don't want to press them in a bag.
I got I used to have copies of this years ago, but I got issues 1, 2, 4, and 6. Mike Grell classic stuff.
Lost
World of Warlord.
Nice.
This is #1. Warlord now in his own magazine. Mike Grell doing the art inside, written and illustrated by Mike Grell. It's before he did the Green Arrow longbow stuff, but
this guy's got a future.
Yeah, guy's got a future. He's probably dead now, and this is weird. So
he can let us know if he's alive or not.
I always pick up these great. I've shown off a million times in the show that I'm a huge fan of Legion of Superheroes comics. So I saw this great Legion of Superheroes comic cover. As you can see, it's a real reader copy. I got it for $1. It's been beat the hell out of it. But I didn't realize that it says Legion de Superheroes, Las Guerras Magicos. So I realized I bought an entire
Wham!
Legion of Superheroes in Spanish.
So Wham in Spanish? That I just read Spanish.
Wham is in English, and so is Arg.
Wham!
Arg. I guess any sound effects. I don't think they were into fixing the language for the sound effects. They don't care. You can zoom me out now.
All right. Daryl, did you pick up anything or you do anything special this week?
No.
Besides disc golf?
Just some disc golf. Picked up some baseball cards and stuff. And
you picked up this.
Oh yeah, you picked up that.
Yeah. Wait, how did you get it? I picked it up.
This wonderful 11x17, which is a featured pinup in the back of Venerella #1 on Indiegogo right now, belongs to Daryl from this YouTube show. He backed this earlier tonight. He gets this 11x17 Bristol board. pinup. It's exactly what's going to appear in the comic. He also gets 5 copies of the comic, 5 variant covers. He's going to get 3, 2 or 3 6x9 prints. He's going to get 3 trading cards.
And if no one buys page 17, that will be mine as well. But so no one don't get that.
And then also he will be getting an MP3 of a song called Vampire Bride, recorded and written by myself.
That's very cool. I like the song, actually. That was really cool.
All by yourself?
No, I had 2 other guys playing with me, but I wrote it by myself. Nice. It was written just by me.
Well, if you guys want a link to the Indiegogo, it's down in the description below. It's right below. Right now, it's right below Anthony. If you're watching on YouTube.
And if you're watching, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can find out when Jeff's doing his videos on Wednesday and Cantney's comic, and also this show, and you can find out everywhere else he is.
Mm-hmm. Anything else I'm doing?
Where'd you get that, Darren?
It was in a Walmart 4-pack of DC Comics.
Yeah, I saw at my Walmart they had some sort of pack, and it had Catwoman's face in it by Joelle Jones.
See, I have a Catwoman,
and I almost bought it, but then I said, no, I got to buy a container of milk instead.
Just because I wanted this book. That's the only reason I bought it.
Is that? Oh, that was in the Walmart pack?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah, I want that. So
that's not. He doesn't go buy in that issue yet, right?
I mean, this is the original.
Oh, you don't read them; you just buy them.
Yeah.
Or other
distinguished
guest is here. And his name is
Randall.
Hey. I thought it was Cap over there, man. What are you doing?
Randall must be shilling for Marvel today.
Oh my gosh, is that not burning your skull?
You know how big it is.
That's not what she said.
It is weird, right? Like, my name is DC Randall, but I'm wearing a Marvel hat. I feel like
did you
wrestlers?
You should have changed it to Marvel Randall just to go with the hat tonight.
Did you
it's too much work.
Did you pick anything up this week? Or did you get anything cool this week?
I mean, technically, like, this is it came out this past Tuesday. I do want to highlight it. I want to show it off.
Well, did you pick up the other our special guest's indie thing? Did you?
He only backs Kickstarter, not indie games. There's a package on there starting at $15.
Hey, Randall, he wants you to get his package.
It's a package starting at $15.
The cheap package.
Venerella #1. He just shares and comments on Facebook, and that's all right.
I support in other ways.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called
If I had a better paying job and I had money that I could just, easily spend stuff, then totally.
Okay.
But I am poor.
All right.
So
did you
I have to be very frugal with my money?
Did you spot? Well, okay, you wanted to.
That is very anti everything we've seen that you spend money on, but that's okay.
Like what?
Like everything you share on social media every day that we know you. But anyway,
did you get a Star Wars like gun or something?
Well, Ant-Man helmet or
yeah.
Oh no,
maybe
no.
a Ghostbusters ectoplasm.
Nah,
machine.
I wish I could get all that stuff, man.
Well, you do have an Ant-Man helmet, so
and I got a very good deal on it, and I got to make 4 special payments on it to pay it off.
Mm-hmm. You could do that with Venerella too.
There's 29. There's 29. Actually, there's still 30 because I launched it today. There's 30 days left. I've already got almost $900 in funds. So in 4 hours, so that's fine.
If I can pay him $3 a month until the whole thing's paid off, deal. Sold.
It's all
totally
good.
in for it.
Anyway, what'd you get this week? I read that you have 1,000 copies of Batman.
I've got.
No, God, no. 1,000. No, that was probably from Scott. Scott's the one who has the store in Brandon. He will order 1,000 copies of the book. That's how many subscribers. I mean, he doesn't have that many subscribers, but he gets enough traffic and business in there. Plus, making all the money off of the variants, he'll easily, make his money back. That's not something I can afford. That's not something I could do. I did tonight put in the order, and I ordered at least 25 copies so I can get the 1 in 25 variant. Because they are doing the Todd McFarlane homage cover. It's basically the Spider-Man 1 homage cover, but with Batman. So it's Batman like doing the pose. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty decent. I think it's worth getting. So I did that. I did the 1 in 25 on those. Plus, it's apparently going to be like a first appearance of a new character, I think, or at least first appearance cameo.
Almost every issue of Batman is a first appearance of somebody right now.
No.
Yes.
Like every third issue,
right?
He had a first appearance.
Maybe when James Tynion was writing it, yeah. But I mean, we have Joshua Williamson, who's just now jumping on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say every 2 issues.
Time that light bulb has been in there.
I mean, if that were true, then Batman sales would be so huge that they would put Marvel out of business.
So what did you pick up this week? You got anything coming out Tuesday, Mr. I'm a retailer?
Well, I can't get my new books on time, unfortunately, because of my work schedule. So I have to wait till tomorrow to get it. But I do at least want to showcase this. This was better than what I was expecting. The art's fantastic. I went through it, and I'm really loving the story. Tom Taylor knocks it out of the ballpark once again. Dark Knights of Steel. I know. It's a lame title.
It was trash, man.
Blow it up. Let's see.
Did you pick it up, Jeff? Did you read it?
I read it.
Can we see it?
You read it and you thought it was trash?
I thought it was trash.
Oh my goodness!
Show it again, because you're free now.
Yeah, we want to see it.
We got this nice little, once again they're showing the destruction of Krypton, right? But this is an alternate universe. The cool thing that they do here is Jor-El and Lara actually go on the ship. They survive. They landed on Earth, and they're landing in medieval times. So basically, Jor-El and Lara, they end up ruling a kingdom. They become king and queen of this kingdom. Their son Clark grows up. You see little cameos of certain characters, like we see Jefferson Pierce.
His name isn't Clark, though, right?
Huh?
They don't call him Clark.
No, they call him Kal-El because they're Kryptonian.
Right.
And then of course we got like John Constantine here, who can apparently see the future. We've got Superman and Batman right there. They're basically brothers. There's a nice twist at the end of this book. I didn't pick up on the twist right away because I had only glanced at the book, and I gave it a little further reading, and I was like, oh shit, it's a nice surprise. Cool thing I like about this too is you see, Batman, he has his Robins, Kal-El of course wants to go out and work with Batman and protect the kingdom, and he's like, no, you can't, they have my orders, you can't do this, I have to do this. They're searching for this Banshee, which of course is Black Canary. There's been, Bruce mentions several times, like I've been in several fights, and somehow I survive these fights. I don't understand why. Like, I feel like I'm cursed, or maybe there's some dark magic. And Jor-El pulls Bruce to the side and reveals the twist that he had relations with his mother, and so that he is basically half Kryptonian, and that he is the bastard son of Jor-El. So he is the half brother of Kal-El. And so like this is, such a fun story.
I just see this now. He puts his arm
Oh,
around
nice.
like, hey kid,
It won't be in the dollar bins, I can guarantee you that.
I was banging your mom a long time ago.
Thank you for validating what Jeff said, that's trash. Thank you.
I mean, if you guys want to hate on Tom Taylor, go ahead.
We will.
I mean,
he's a dick. I'm going to resoundfully talk about how much of a dick he is.
Okay.
He's Todd McFarlane, but he's pretty bad.
If no one's coming out buying the book, we don't want it, Tom. But can you show us the cover one more time? What is it called? The Dark Knights of Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then this is the other cover right here.
He's riding a horsey.
At least that's a decent cover, but
yeah, there was a statue of that a few years ago, and I really wanted that statue.
Is he? So they're in the Middle Ages, and his name is Bruce.
Sir Bruce a lot.
Sir Bruce a lot, yeah.
Well,
Tom Taylor or Tom King?
Well,
I mean, Anthony's hardcore against Tom Taylor, so
they both are pretty bad, man.
I have I've read so much Tom Taylor and Tom King, but but here's the deal: their trajectory of their writing is like this. So they're in this part right now. Tom King has been terrible for years now,
which is weird because their books still sell. Like if they were that bad writers, they would not be getting any work. They'd say,
"Well, that's like people listening to Howard Stern in 1992. Yeah, they hate him, but he's popular. It's whoever has hate.
That's someone. Howard Stern is someone that I hated back then. I listened to like 3 episodes. I'm like, I can't.
I mean, look at Daryl. He hates Todd McFarlane, and look at the success that Todd McFarlane has.
And look at the success I have. There you go.
Yeah,
I don't hate Tom Taylor either. I have a lot of Tom Taylor's work on my bookshelf behind me, but the problem is that I don't like him. First of all, I don't like the stuff that I've seen in the last year. Okay, sure. I think the last thing I liked was I got a couple issues of Deceased, and after that, everything I've seen of him, I'm not digging. Now, my big problem is his personality. Stop going on Twitter. Stop telling DC and him or whoever's making up stories that people are threatening my life because I wrote a gay Superman. That's bullshit. Okay, he is a big fucking little mouth instead of a writer, and writers should write and not speak. So there you go. Yes, Bronze Age Brian. Wow. Props on Deceased.
Wow.
Writers in DC and Marvel should shut the fuck up and let the artists start shining a little bit. And then comics will maybe get some people that used to love them back.
This is where I disagree because
if artists,
I think the people decide what sells the book.
I think if artists want to speak up, they can speak up. If they're not speaking up, that's
they're mute.
That's on
if they're
them.
mute, then they can. But
they can't speak up because hardly any of them speak English. First of all,
well, I mean, probably 25% don't speak English. Probably.
It's like farm clubs for the Major League Baseball.
Yeah, but that sounds like you're talking about Marvel there.
I'm talking about both companies. Like, bring back your art. Bring back some real artists. That's all I'm saying. Get rid of Brian Michael Bendis, DC, and tell them to go back to Marvel and ruin those books again. Okay. Here's what happens. Every guy or girl that becomes famous, because when they're writers, they start off like this, and then they just rest on their laurels, and they have to talk every day on Twitter instead of writing good stuff. That's all I'm saying. Tom Taylor, shut up and write good books.
I have no doubt in my mind that writers 50 years ago, if there was a Twitter, they'd be running their mouth too.
You're right.
So there you
You're
go.
right.
And who do you think would be running their mouth the most back in the 60s and 70s?
Denny O'Neil, Chris Claremont, Stan Lee, all those
Neil
people.
Adams.
Stan Lee.
Neil Adams.
Neil Adams.
Neil
Stan
Adams
didn't
is
even
an
have
artist.
Twitter.
Though.
Stan didn't even have Twitter.
Yeah.
He used his soapbox.
Neil Adams would be like, can somebody give me some donuts?
He used whatever platform he had that he could use.
But Stan Lee, using his soapbox, was his thoughts and ideals were righteous. He didn't.
Sure.
That's all.
He never. People in the old days, when they pretended to be activists, they talked about what they believed and they didn't put other people down. And that's the difference between the society that my generation grew up with and yours. Is that you don't have to belittle another group to put to prop yourself up. Period. And you don't look down on anybody.
But who was Tom belittling?
Tom. All right. Well, getting back to my conversation 3 weeks ago, Tom Taylor was belittling the whole world and the universe by saying that I'm a righteous prick and I made Jonathan Kent bisexual. Look at how great I am. And then
he attacked the whole world
on every because guess what? It was on every news media outlet in the world.
And CNN had him on. So
I literally did not know anything about it.
It's a shitty book.
How dare you? How dare you, Tom Taylor? And how dare you, millions of other people going on Twitter every day, giving me your lame ass comments?
There are not millions of people on Twitter.
You're attacking everybody.
You know what? Hey, Anthony, show me some data that there are not millions of people on Twitter.
I want the numbers. Give me the numbers. Give me the numbers. Jeff, you look pretty sexy just then when you zoomed in on yourself.
Is there a Jeff over there?
Did you guys check out the Eternals this week?
I did. I went and saw it today.
I read the Nocturnals.
Yeah, and what you think of the Nocturnals?
That was a very good read, but unfortunately, it was at night and everyone was asleep. They were all nocturnal.
So what did everybody think of the Eternals? Did you guys like it?
Wait, are you saying the Nocturnals?
No, he's saying the Eternals, but
Eternals.
Yeah, Daryl the D said Nocturnals because Daryl won't go to a movie theater unless it's in his house on Disney Plus. So
look, if I'm a betting man, I already know that whatever movie he decides to watch, he's not going to like it.
That's true. If Van Damme is in it, he's going to like it.
I put $10 on it. I make $10. I'm like, bam.
The Crow.
No, you'll lose $10 because I know he'll probably like this one.
I don't know.
That's a cool cover for Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, I absolutely love that movie.
Mm-hmm. See, so you will lose $10.
That is a great cover.
Yeah,
it's a steel book.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Where did you get
it? Shop Factory.
Really nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Shop Factory is doing some cool stuff.
Yeah. It was the 20th. Yeah, it was the 20th anniversary or something like that. It was a special release or something like that. So, yeah.
Wow.
So, what did you guys think of the Eternals? Did you guys enjoy it?
I liked it. I mean, it's like I'm in the. It's like it's not in like my top 10, but it's not in the bottom.
You liked it. What did you not like?
It's a Marvel shield down there, Mr. Marvel guy with the hat on. He likes everything Marvel.
I mean, I enjoy to a degree. To a degree. Like, it's not a perfect film. I think the movie was longer than it should have been. Like, I think it was 2.5 hours long. They probably could have cut out 15, 20 minutes. I can understand why the director did what she did because, when you have a lot of characters, you want everybody to get a good amount of screen time and character development, a fair amount of flashbacks, to kind of like understand where these characters are coming from. and then like a nice twist at the end, a nice reveal of like.
Don't. Well, so if some people haven't watched it, don't reveal it just yet.
I won't.
Spoil the crap
I'm
out
just
of
saying. After credit scenes, there's 2 of them. I enjoyed them. I
I'm
was
surprised there wasn't 3 of them.
yeah, but I wish I would have gotten a little bit more out of those scenes. One after credit scene I think was better than the other. The other one was like kind of like a tease. It's like but yeah, I mean, just longer than it should have been. Surprisingly, I guess she's technically the main character, which is Cersei, played by Gemma Chan. I'm actually not that familiar with her as an actress, but I was impressed with her acting. I was like, I enjoyed her performance. I felt like she did carry the movie. But again, it's an ensemble film. I thought the actor who played Icarus did a good job as Icarus. There's other side characters that I wish like we would have got more screen time on. I'm like, because I enjoyed their characters a lot. So yeah, I mean, overall epic. The film is actually on an epic scale. And it's just one of those like, okay, like I'm kind of curious to see where they're going to go from what they've established in this film.
All right. We got Rando's opinion. What's your opinion, Anthony, since you've seen it too?
Yeah, here's my hot take. I fucking loved it. I didn't like it. I loved it. In fact, after I saw it, I wanted to go see it again. That's how much I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Didn't have a problem with any of it. Nothing.
But did you guys watch any of the reviews after you guys watched it? Like, see what people disliked it.
That end credit scene, the one with Kit Harington. I wasn't sure of whose voice that was, so I watched the review to find that out, which I won't say. But I thought it was Nick Fury. Right. And then my wife's like, no, that didn't sound like Nick Fury. So then I looked up who it was because I didn't get who it was at the time. But it is a nice tease, and it's
You'll
funny.
Have to tell me after the show.
What?
You'll have to tell me after the show.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was nice. We got to. I disagreed with the amount. I think the only time that was not given to because it was an ensemble cast. There was no time where for example, you had big stars like Angelina Jolie in it. She was not a predominant character. She was a main character and got a lot of screen time. And she's a supporting character. And she looked amazing, by the way, on the screen, the whole movie. Okay. Especially in the action scenes. The thing is that, the only one that I didn't feel was given as much time, but then it worked because he was so impactful, was a character called Faustus, who was an engineer who could build his power, his eternal power was that he can build things. In fact, early in human history, he was going to create a device that would make us evolve too soon. And that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, the point was, he really came through in the third arc, the third part of the movie. And the cool thing is, and you know how movies usually have 3 acts or 4 acts? This one really didn't have acts like that because it just kind of, it's a movie about, we were here at the dawn of time to protect humanity from an evil. We stepped away when the evil was gone and we didn't interfere, and we tried to live our own lives. It was like 8 vampires, kind of like who live forever. And then
or 8 Highlanders.
Exactly. And then the evil comes back and they have to get the band back together. And they spend 2.5 hours getting the band back together. What I liked about the movie, what made it so strong to me, is that I gave a shit about every one of the 8 characters in the band, the Eternals, because their characters were so diverse, and I don't mean that in a racial, ethnic, or sexual manner. I mean just diverse in that they each were fleshed out, at least to me, completely half an hour into the movie, and their relationships with each other were just as poignant as the fight scenes. And for folks that say this movie drags or it's boring, there is a lot of fucking action. And the action is super, no pun intended. And also, the best scenes I've ever seen with a speedster using their abilities to aggressive nature. Let's just say there's a character who's like Superman. And if you can imagine in a Snyder Justice League film, watching the Flash actually beat the shit out of him for 5 minutes or 3 minutes on screen was very impressive. And anybody that's just throwing hate at this movie because they're not familiar with the Eternals or they think this is a woke film, there is not a goddamn woke moment in the whole movie except for 2 seconds. And by the way, the characters involved in the wokeness are so nice and beautiful that it never appears woke. There's no wokeness. There's no political correctness. The movie's about compassion, and the movie's about family. It could have been a Fast and Furious movie. It was so much about family. My point is, art is subjective. I liked it much better than my buddy over here, but that's okay. And if he didn't like it at all, that's okay. And if you out there watching this don't like it, that's great too. But it's actually,
it's okay.
To me, it's not only did I love it, I've seen every Marvel movie several times, every single one, most of them in the theater. And I'm actually putting the Eternals in my top 5 right off the bat. Because I didn't think it was a great movie. I enjoyed it that much. What about you there, Cantonese Comic Kid?
I actually enjoyed it. I like Anthony was saying, the trailer kind of turned me off at first. Went to see it. I actually enjoyed it. I was surprised I actually enjoyed it. I thought I was gonna fall asleep for the first 10 minutes. I honestly did. That didn't happen. So that was good. But I enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, like both of you guys were saying, I mean, a lot of the stuff, don't understand where all the hate's coming from, but if you're a big Kirby fan, there are Kirby-esque type, scenes in it.
Tons of it.
There's a Unimind, which is all Kirby. Right. There's a scene where hands are coming out of the water. It's right off of Kirby covers. And again, like I said in the green room, people that are saying, "Oh, why doesn't it look like a Kirby comic?" Okay, there's no way any movie in 2021 or even 1971 could look like a Kirby comic unless everyone was running around in the greatest American hero costumes with big square hands.
I mean,
Kirby had an illustrative style that you cannot
mimic,
transform to real life. That's what makes Kirby the king of comics. He was a comic book artist, not Alex Ross. Shit did not look real. That's the whole point. That's like saying, hey, how come the characters on Riverdale don't look just like the Archie comics? What do you people?
Same idea. That's the same idea. That's the same idea.
I think a lot of times people also talk about tone, and color and cinematography plays a huge role in that. So like Thor Ragnarok, a lot of people I remember hearing people saying like it had sort of a Jack Kirby style to that film. And a lot of it just is because of the tone. It's because of the colors that they input into that film, So I think that's what they were hoping for. They were hoping to see with the Eternals was that color, but it really had this like realistic tone. In fact, it really almost had a similar tone to Zack Snyder, which the director, she basically said she was very much inspired by the look and feel of, like, you know, she was inspired from like Man of Steel. She was inspired from Zack Snyder, and that's the approach that she took with making the Eternals. But of course, it still had the Marvel feel to it.
Can we bring up the humor? Can we bring up the humor of them mentioning several characters from DC Comics in this Marvel movie?
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. I mean, that means DC exists.
DC is canon in the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
MCU.
So who's DC's competition in the MCU? That's the question.
Yeah. Dara has something to say.
The great thing about Eternals is the characters had aspects to them that wasn't dictated to the plot. A character could disagree with the group and still be, it's all like, it's Fast and Furious, man. It's all about family.
Fast and the Furious with superpowers.
I mean, technically, that's what Guardians of the Galaxy is, right? Because they do have Vin Diesel, right? I'm waiting for Groot to, like, in the third film, say, instead of I am Groot, I'm waiting for him to say family.
So somebody should make a fan. Yeah, somebody should make a fan cut. just put the Dominic Toretto voice in there.
When is Ghostbusters come out? Next weekend?
Next weekend or the weekend after that? Like, I think maybe 2 weeks.
The 19th. I know that much. It's the 19th. So that's like I think the next weekend or the weekend after next. Something like that.
Thursday night, I'm going to go see Rocky IV Director's Cut.
Rocky Horror Director's Cut?
No, Rocky IV.
Rocky IV. Director's Cut, huh?
Good old Sylvester Stallone recut Rocky IV. And
how you doing?
He added 40 more minutes of footage.
I added 40 more minutes of that robot I bought my kid.
Vision now of like every time he throws a punch, like a planet explodes.
I added 40 more minutes of the robot with Paulie.
Yeah. He's like, Paulie, I've inserted 2 more training montage scenes. Just a bunch of us working out and sweating.
We will not disrespect those training montages. Those things were epic.
How about
I love those.
Yeah, because those were in the woods. With the Russian soldiers looking at that,
and then you go to the gym, you will absolutely tear it up in there.
Dude, I have the Rocky.
I know for many years of experience.
I have like
we're gonna have a backstory of Dolph Lundgren and Bridget Nielsen's relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
who knows? Maybe Bridget Nielsen's got some more scenes.
It's gonna be like Dr. Zhivago.
She's gonna be coming out with Flavor Flav,
and he was banging. He was banging Bridget Nielsen during that film, Rocky IV. Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Rocky and Harry went out. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then she was in Cobra after that with him.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love Cobra, by the way. Great movie.
I haven't seen it.
Oh boy.
Oh, you would have hated it because you ate everything.
That's a great impression of yourself, Daryl.
No, I do it much better than that. This movie sucks. What the hell? What the hell?
What movies did I like?
I guess I like The Matrix.
Well,
I guess
something else that got launched this week was Anthony's Indiegogo Venerella 1. If you guys haven't supported it, he's only 2 supporters away from $1,000. Or I'm not sure. Yeah, let's see. Let's have Anthony explain the backstory to it. Here we go.
That sounds like some training montage music there. I like it.
Now I know. Reach the hand. By the dawn, I'll be dead.
Who's the lady singing the song?
Ash to ash, dust to dust, my friend. Vampire fire has got a price on my head.
I did a video of Daryl's stomach.
That's all, Anthony.
She's still holding me, moving on my unholy love.
I don't think that's blood. Ah, that's a pretty good song. All right.
Sorry, I want a physical copy of the song.
All right, so yeah, I got $875 in there.
I've already reached goal.
Yeah, I reached my goal in the first half an hour, actually. So I did. If you scroll down, you'll see I got a little pitch. You got single price, best price, single book package. Your choice of one of 5 variants. And as you can see, and I'll show you, you can pick your own variant up here. You can get cover A, B, C, D, and E. And then you also get 2 6x9 prints, 3 trading cards, exclusive to backers, only $15. And then I show the covers so you can pick whatever you like. And then I got the bundle. You get all 5 variant covers for just an extra $15. All 5 variant covers. And then I have original art packages. By the way, out of all these pages of art, original art for $100 a piece, there is only 3 or 4 pages left. So
Nice.
I sold them out. In fact, tomorrow, the next day, these pictures you see will have sold out stickers on them. And if you go to the actual perks to order, you'll see which ones are left. Right here, sorry, I'm scrolling so much. Right here, you'll see Kickstarter would have been much better. You'll see, as you can see, page 1 sold out. Back pages pin up, bought by our very own Daryl, who bought that. That is sold out.
Oh.
Centerfold is sold out. Page 13 is sold out. Page 4 is sold out. Page 3 is sold out. Page 5 or 3, I don't know. Jeff bought one too. What'd you buy there, Jeff?
I bought page 4. The
Page
violent
4.
one, violent
Jeff
cover.
bought page
Nice.
4. Page 17, again, my favorite page.
No one buy that because
No
it's mine.
Jeff Daryl wants it. And then the only other page that's left is page 5 and 17 are the only pages left. So I put up original pages with the idea that it would be great to make some early money with that. And I did. In 3 hours, I had $800 and something dollars. So my goal is to hit 2,500 and I have 30 days left. I just started it tonight. It's on Indiegogo. There's a link below. And again, $15 gets you Venerall #1, gets you some prints, gets you trading cards, gets my autograph on them, and gets sent to your house either the week of Christmas or the week before New Year's. I don't know. It depends when I get the book done. The book is half done. I have half the book to draw, and it's going to be 32 pages, 25 pages of 25 pages of story, 3 pinup pages, one of which Daryl bought.
Very cool.
And another visual page in there and the cover. So, all right, but 32 pages complete. $15, little man, put that shit in my hand.
Yep,
Random
it's only
book is not
like
over
if you can't afford it, there's a $15 tier. There's There's the high baller tier.
And
you
then
know
the
what I mean? So,
$30 tier is really
Yeah.
pretty good because a lot of creators, they're charging $20, $25 for one book.
mhm.
I did that on Misty America, but even Misty America, my lowest tier, which was $25, I gave you all 5 books for $25. So, it is what it is. It's they cost money, and the stuff I was predicting last week, I'm hearing more and more stories about paper shortages coming. In fact, I know a guy who is a self-publisher out of Chicago, and the printing company that he was using said, "You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait."
Was his
Like,
printing company here in the U.S. or outside the U.S.?
No, it was in the U.S. Yeah, it was in the U.S. because companies, even in the U.S., are used to getting paper on demand. Call up. The guys from the office will deliver the paper the next day. But it's just not happening anymore. And also, there's truck driving issues.
Yeah.
Even if stuff's in this country already being made here, produced here, coming from Canada, whatever, there's issues.
So
and again, yeah, go ahead.
I know that the past several weeks there's been talks of like the paper shortage. So when do you think it's gonna really hit? Like when do you think, like
I think it's
December,
going to hit.
January?
I think it's going to I think it's going to hit January.
It's gonna be
I really
January to
do.
hit.
I think, yeah, because most, from being in printing and advertising for years, most printers will order 30 to 60 days out anyway. And what's happened is, if you're not used to ordering so far out, and even Marvel and DC, they must have their own houses full of stuff and everything. But again, they're even dealing with a larger volume. So the pallets and pallets of paper that they're getting from their normal sources, at some point, you're going to have to have that 2 or 3 week awkward period where it's going to take time to restock again. And I just think it's coming. And it's also ink. Ink too is, a valuable resource needed for printing, and a shortage is coming. And it's not going to be drastic. It's not like everybody's going to be out, but just indie publishers, self-publishers like myself, I think we're going to have a problem because we don't deal with huge printing companies. Even the online companies are very nichey. So, that's all I'm saying.
So chances are like all the small people are going to be hit first.
And I mean, even
people are going to keep getting their stuff, but like all the small people, you're going to be basically told like, hey, you're at the back of the line. You're going to have to wait a little longer.
Yeah, and I imagine that if that hits the big two, it'll be all right. Well, we'll print Batman this month, but Teen Titans Academy can wait, or Wonder Girl can wait, or whatever. There you can, Tom King, you got a book coming out? We're going to delay it 6 months.
Or it's the same thing like the English art book that I kickstarted. They had issues because of COVID. They had issues of printing it. Now they finally got it printed, but it's stuck on a boat out on. It's stuck on a boat right now. They said the end of November they should be getting their shipments in, and so I'll be getting it probably in but on Christmas, and it's been 2 years for this art book, so I'm pretty excited for it. Finally getting it.
Nice.
Yeah, but pretty much that's anything else that you guys wanted to talk about besides Image? The 4 people in Image wanted to be union now. What's your take on it, Randall? You heard about it, right?
I mean, I think because I don't know much about I've heard stories, but I don't know all of the details as far as But anytime people want to start a union, it's just because they want. There's issues from their point of view with the industry, and they want to make sure that they're being treated fairly, they're getting paid fairly. The comic book industry is one of those really weird industries where it's not like other businesses. It's they can operate like other businesses, but then on the back end they can actually change stuff and do stuff, and half the time the people that are involved, they don't want to You know, it would have to. They don't want to get involved legally. Like they don't want to go through the hassle. Like, oh, I got to get a lawyer. I got to do this. I got to do. It's not worth it. Screw this. I'm just gonna quit and not work for this company and go work for another company, or self-publish and stuff like that. So it's just one of those. Like it's a start. Like just like anything in any industry, it's gonna start with a few people. I mean, look at Image, right? Image was initially a bunch of artists that were like, hey, Marvel, you're screwing us. You're not paying us what we're worth. You're making so much money off of us. So you know what? We're going to leave you guys. We're going to start our own business. We're going to start our own company and make our own money. And look at them. They're still around. They're still
but
making
like Anthony was bringing it up, where they want some type of control over what gets released. Right, that's what you were saying, Anthony. That
I mean, it's not what I'm saying. If you read
Right.
the thing that was published from the union,
I read some of it. I didn't read it all the way down. You know what I mean?
It had demands, and again, I'm not. The reason why I'm discrediting it is because it's not creative people. None of these people are writers. None of them have books being published at Image. There are a bunch of administrative people. It's probably Becky in payroll. Tom, the security guard, whatever. And the truth of the matter is their union demands should be about how fairly they're treated and how much they're paid and the amount of work they do. Probably some of them they're probably like the old Superman movies and every news journalist movie. When you see newsrooms, it's a very high stress environment. There's people yelling at each other, all that kind of shit. That's, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's that's what work is about. If work is supposed to be pleasant, I don't know what kind of job you guys have had, but especially in a high stress place like a newsroom, which I imagine the creative offices of Image are like newsrooms a little bit. When's that deadline? Where is the proof to this book? Did Todd McFarlane get his 20,000 covers this month to the printer on time? It's probably stuff like that, but you're literally talking about 9 people.
Right.
Okay. And by the way, all this stuff, I'm not saying like rumors on Twitter. I read the thing. And towards the end, they had all these clauses like, and we as the administrative people, if we're offended by some creative or creator's actions, we want to be able to postpone or cancel, and they used a different word than cancel, but terminate the release of that property or that intellect. Fuck you guys. What are you talking about? Right. To me, that hot take, that's just like the Dave Chappelle shit. Okay. If you work at Netflix and you're in payroll, what do you care about what kind of content Netflix is putting up? You're not a creator. You work there. Yeah. Like the place I work. If I have an ethical problem with them, who cares? I'm supposed to get paid every couple of weeks, and I do my hours and I clock in and clock out. That's it. Just if you want to be Jerry Maguire, at least have a stake in it. None of these folks are creators. It's not like Neil Adams trying to unionize people so they could give Jack Kirby's artwork back to him. This is not what they're talking about. They're talking about we're offended and we're hurt and we feel unsafe at work. So go get another job.
And I will say this. If they're demanding for a lot, when it comes to negotiating, you always demand a lot because you're not going to get everything you want. Right. So, if they're asking for stuff that sounds ridiculous, guess what? Chances are they know it's ridiculous and they know that, listen, we'll throw that off the table as long as you give us this.
Yeah, because the big thing is because you're not, like Anthony was saying, you're not the creator, and then you're trying to take away from the creator and the artist that created something that it was their idea in the first place.
They want a piece of the pie. They want some kind of, from what Anthony is describing, it just sounds like they want how everything is being operated within the business to work around them. And and basically they want to be. It reminds me of Google. There's a guy that I follow on TikTok who used to work for Google, and he talked about how he made a compliment to a girl, and I guess she was transgender or she was transitioning, so she made, she kind of put in a complaint, and he assumed, he was like, oh, I didn't use the proper pronouns, I apologize, but he got pulled to the side and he was coached for making a compliment, so like you think that in some of the workplaces that you work at, you're like, oh, that sounds extreme. Try working for Google. You literally have to be perfect to work at fucking Google. Okay, like this guy, he was just like, the way he described everything, he was just like, I felt like I didn't do anything wrong, but I say one thing, or I make a joke, or I do this, or I do that, and then like I'm being talked to and being coached, and I feel like, like, oh, you did something wrong, and it's
and when he went back to his desk, he went on Google and searched for porn. My point is, here's a good example. But here's a good example. If you Google the most offensive shit in the world, Google's search engine will point you to it. So if you're a pedophile, Nazi, white supremacist, transphobic, homophobic, puppy killer, if you go on Google and type that in, Google's search engine will have no problem directing you to all those websites to cater to your preferences. However, Jamie, who we don't know whether is a girl or a man because of the name, is offended because you have that kind of content on your search engine. That's my point. Netflix, Image, anybody. If you're the water boy of the football team, you shouldn't have any say about what kind of calls the quarterback is making. You do your job, you collect your pay, and by the way, then you go home. Writers, artists, creators, sports people, that actually they're on TV. They're allowed. Stop nurses, firemen, police, politicians, everything. Stop inserting yourself into everything that you are involved with. If Randall works at a restaurant and they make quesadillas and he doesn't like the way they make the quesadillas, if Randall is not in charge of making the quesadillas, stop turning yourself into Mr. Quesadilla. Just do your job and then let the person that makes the quesadillas do their job.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that has a lot to do with the comic book industry, bringing back my Tom Taylor tirade. Write comic books. And by the way, we know you know how to write them. You're a very good writer.
Yep.
Don't talk about, in other words, use your actual virtue that you're writing about. Let it speak for itself. Don't remind us how virtuous you are. That's my big problem with everybody. If I am introducing the first gay, whatever, superhero, the first trans Amazon, which makes no fucking sense, because you're on an island of just women, so whatever.
That you don't have guys, we did it.
You don't
we did it, guys. We made it.
You don't have to tell us about it,
right?
Other than on the cover. It would have been more interesting for me imagine if you would have bought the cover, like you would get it from Diamond or whoever, and the cover says, in this issue, Superman is bi. That would be more interesting than, and again, why do we have to find out the plots of our comic books and our movies and our TV shows and everything? Why do we have to know the entire plot months before it comes out? I'm in marketing. I understand trailers. I understand solicitations. But can you leave the surprises to the audience or the reader just once? Can you leave the surprise?
With
For those of us who saw for those of us who saw the Eternals, do you know why the trailers are boring? Because they really were only the first 5 minutes of the movie. That's where all the clips came from. They didn't show you dick that had to do with the plot of the film or the big surprise of the film.
Right.
They didn't show you that at all. Maybe they should have. I don't know. But I was nice because I went into it I went into it expecting it to suck.
Mhm.
And I left with the rejoicement saying, wow, I enjoyed every minute.
That is the one good thing, though, right? That is the one good thing about when, people are bashing the film, when critics are talking bad about the film. Their job is they're essentially lowering your expectations. So that way, like you hear all this negativity about it, you walk into that film thinking like, oh, this is going to be bad. I'm not going to like this. And then, you watch it and you make your opinion on the film. And then chances are you end up liking it because you're going into it. Like if you're like the Spider-Man movie, right? All these people are overhyped and excited for Spider-Man, right? Like I'm going to feel bad for them if they go into that movie, they walk out and be like, man, this wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be. It's because you overhyped it. You got yourself so excited and so happy to see this film.
Anybody see the Mobius trailer?
Morbius?
Yeah, the newest trailer. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You see it, Daryl?
No.
Go put on mute and go watch it. They gave him the classic Gil Kane pig nose. Looks really good.
Yeah,
looks good.
And it was cool to see him flying. And like the I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna enjoy it. The way that they did the new trailer and then the music that they used. I was very entertained. I was very like, okay, you have my attention.
But the person opinion I really want is Robert G-Man.
Oh,
because he's a big,
dude, I can tell you right now, he's
Sarah Frazetta.
Yeah. No, he's a big Morbius fan, man. So that's the main reason. He thought it was gonna say Sarah.
Does anyone think that Sarah Frazetta is watching this program?
Hey, Sarah.
I don't know.
How you doing? I know a guy that's friends with
I don't
you.
think she's watching
Sarah Frazetta posted some pictures on Halloween.
Yeah, you mean of our Egyptian?
Her Halloween costume was the Egyptian princess from The Mummy or whatever, The Mummy Returns.
Yeah.
Nice.
From the Mummy. She was Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I just got to say, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I get it now.
Okay.
What do you mean you get it now? You should have gotten it in the first place.
I did, but those Halloween were
She's the granddaughter. That's all you really needed to know.
No, the Halloween pictures.
Yeah, his granddaughter
shed a whole different light on it.
Hey.
Anyway,
well, on that note, it's good to end it on that note. So, what you guys got going on? What's Anthony got going on, really?
Nothing. Just go to Indiegogo, back Venerella, so I can print a lot of books.
Well, if you guys need a place to go,
books on paper that may or may not exist.
What?
Said you're gonna be printing these books on paper that may or may not exist.
I called my printer and told her when to expect the job. So she's probably hiding the paper needed under one of the tables there with a note on it.
Hiding the paper
for Anthony. Yeah. Well, it's her company, so she's now she said they're having trouble getting different weights of paper. But we'll see.
For you got
I can see Daryl right now. He's like, hold on, I'll be right back. And he goes, grabs an axe. He starts chopping down trees.
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry, Anthony. I'm gonna get you the paper.
Well, yeah, he should, because so he can get the tree out. So he can get the tree out of his way, out of his frisbee's way.
Yeah, there you go. It's mutual, right? Like
I mean, the disrespect I get for playing disc golf is unbelievable.
It's really. I have to agree with Daryl on his hatred of Todd McFarlane, because really it's Todd McFarlane over the last year with his Spawn universe where you have to buy like the stores literally to buy, and it's not like when King Spawn came out, there was a 1 of 250 or something, or 2,000. I don't know, some weird, like the stores had to buy a shitload of comics to get this autographed King Spawn, Todd McFarlane autographed.
It's the same thing with Marvel.
And they had 15 variant covers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some of them done by the same art. Some of them done by the same artist. Like it was weird. Like when he first started his Spawn universe, Capullo was coming back and doing some books where he was penciling it and then McFarlane was inking it. And I bought and I remember there was like one alternate Capullo Spawn cover. Now with some of these books, there's like 4 Capullo covers, and like Gunslinger Spawn has 3 different Booth covers. And it's like, wow, it used to be where you could pick one, like, oh, I want a McFarlane cover this month. He actually has one. Now he's got like 4, and there's like 18, and that's why they're running out of paper, man.
I mean, that's probably why they're trying to have a union so they can cut down on this very thing.
Yes, because they're like, you need to save the environment. We need to unionize.
Look,
you're a very bad.
I don't even have paper for a memo.
You're a very bad person. You don't. I like to identify as a tree, and you just want to cut me down and make paper out of me.
All right.
That's why I have this big hole in my trunk, and that's because I've transitioned from a branch to a hole in the trunk.
So if you guys need a place to go to the link for his Indiegogo, it's down in the description below. It says Anthony Sica and it says Venerella, and then the link's right there, and it'll work. So go hit that link. He's only
it's
2.
below Randall.
Yeah, it's below both of them.
Hey Randall, there's a link down below. Click right on that thing.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's right below the YouTube.
It's like 2 meals at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I got to go to the YouTube to do this because I'm on Zoom.
No, what? Oh, no, just you don't have to go anywhere. You just go to Indiegogo and look up Venerella.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't go to Indiegogo. I'm a Kickstarter guy.
Just go in the IG chat.
My cool friends are on Kickstarter, not Indiegogo.
Every time I try to type in Indiegogo, it comes back and it says Indie no. Right?
Anthony, he's changing. It used to be DC Randall. Now he's Marvel Randall.
It's Google. Google's screwing this up. That's what's happening.
Google Randall.
Google is correcting, right?
All right. Daryl, you got anything coming up? Randall,
no, I'm not posting anything because y'all mock me.
I don't mock you that much, man.
I'm going to sue you for mocking me in that tree.
Why don't you start a union?
It's a union of 1.
That sounds like a good book title. Union of 1,
doesn't it?
So what you got going on? What you got going on, Randall? Anything besides work?
Just lots of work.
Yeah,
lots of work. I got some stuff in the works. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to give any details because I don't want to jinx it.
All right.
Because every time I say stuff, it gets canceled.
We said Daryl said that you're a trans person now.
Yeah,
because you're transitioning from DC to Marvel.
Marvel. Man.
All right, Daryl, you got it.
You know what? I accept that. That's okay.
No, I like to wear the Marvel hat when I go see a Marvel movie. So that way I let the audience know around me, I mean business. This is what I'm here for today.
All right.
So you're pandering to the audience at the movie. Don't pander. Don't pander.
I'm trying to make it easy.
Man.
I wonder what this strange man is doing.
Who's
the stranger doing? Oh, he's wearing a Marvel hat.
So I got.
What do you got going on, Cantonese Comic Kid?
So I got Cantonese Comic Wednesdays. As long as I don't have to work if I don't have to work the extra 2 hours of overtime, I'll be able to jump on. I'll try hard this week to try to jump on for Cantonese Comic Wednesdays.
Doesn't Daryl look like Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine in that picture?
Oh, and then I got a Extreme Nerd Table going on, and then we got the Nerdy Collective. I believe we have the Nerdy Collective going on next week, and then I believe we're gonna have. Yep, that's pretty much what I got going on. That's all I got going on, guys. So be sure to nerd out. Be sure to go support Anthony's Venerella, and we'll check you guys next week.